So like when I think about the concept of like morality, it's really confusing to me because so like basic morals is like lying, right? Lying is bad, but like why is lying bad? Lying is bad because like you want to know everything, but like why do you want to know everything? Why do you hate it when someone tells you blatant misinformation? In fact, some people hate it so much to the point where when they are being lied to and then they learn the truth, they then deny the truth because they hate the concept of being lied to so much that they would delude themselves into believing the lie, if that makes sense. And it's like, but like why like do we react like that way to being lied to? And the fact that we can even lie in general is crazy. Like ants can't lie, you know what I mean? Like the ants are a hive mind, right? So it's like they have this very they're like one combined consciousness, they're one combined primitive consciousness that that has like very simple goals and does like very simple things. But then you take humans and then they're so individual, right, to the point where every person is different, and then our minds are like they're so like complex that we can even think about the concept of telling something like other than the truth. You know what I mean? Like someone whose vision is completely fine and unimpaired will like look at like a blue sky, and then like they can look you like dead in the eyes and like try to convince you it's green, and no other species on earth can do that. And I think that's really insane, and the fact that some humans are good at lying and some are bad at lying and some are gullible and someone can tell when they're being lied to. Like the fact that there's that differentiation that like ants don't have. I know I'm like comparing humans to ants, and it might like seem like kind of dumb, but like it makes sense to me because like we're both living creatures at the end of the day, but humans have this complexity that nothing else has. And I think that's really interesting, but I think it's also like kind of a double-edged sword, because when we have that option, that free will, that God's will to like do kind of like whatever we want, that also comes with imperfection, because like humans can make mistakes. Humans like can actually make mistakes and do something wrong, and and mess up and then regret their decisions later. Animals don't do that. Animals don't regret, like cheetahs, animals in general in the wild live like solely off instinct. You know what I mean? Like a cheetah wakes up every day. It gets food and and water, and then it goes to sleep. You know what I mean? And us humans, we do so many things. We've created like a whole imaginary like form of currency that everything is based off of. You know what I mean? Like someone's like entire livelihood could be like completely based on like numbers on like a screen, right? But then you look at like I don't know, like the hierarchy of like hyenas, and it's completely different from that. It's not based on like imaginary currency, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And I just think it's odd how like we're the only like ones. You know what I mean? And I know we probably did not used to be the only ones, but we are now. You know what I mean? And that's like that's that's insane. At least we're the only ones that we, that we know of. You know what I mean? And also like the concept of like other intelligent life existing on other planets. I think that's totally possible, but we wouldn't know, because like like when we observe like planets that could like when we observe planets that are like light years and light years away, we probably just see like a dead planet with just like rocks and volcanoes and stuff on it. But the fact that like that could be a striving civilization, because remember, we're not actually seeing that planet in real time. We're just seeing the light that's from like you know light years ago, right? Or is light years actually no light year is it? is a measure of distance and not a measure of time. But you know what I'm talking about? Like like Earth at one point was nothing but just like rocks and volcanoes and shit, and now it's like completely populated by like hairless apes who destroy the environment and rape and kill each other, you know. And then like we look at other planets like light years away that could like that look barren and like are like nothing but like wastelands, but could be that eventually, or maybe we're once that, or I don't know. And I just think that, I don't know, the concept of like the imperfection of humanity, like contrasting with like the perfection of everything else. Like I believe that insects and wildlife are perfect. You know what I mean? Like morally, a wolf can do no wrong. You know what I mean? If you say, if a wolf like eats a rabbit, or you could say, oh well, it killed the rabbit, but it's like the concept of morality does not exist to animals. You know what I mean? The concept of good or bad does not exist to a wolf, because a wolf's main instinct is just to like survive and then reproduce and then die, you know. But with humans, like humans can have like actually set goals for themselves and then mess up those goals, you know. And then like a human could get so mad that they like take out that anger on other people, or even like on themselves. And like I just think that's like, I don't know, I just think that's crazy. Thanks for watching. Follow the socials, follow the SoundCloud, and follow my Instagram
and subscribe.
Bye.
Never seen gay girls fuck to bipolar, drop blood on my soul, they limp, but yo, all over the sofa, I'm cheap for my soul's a truck.